Hi guys, it's Angelo here. I'm at PET with...
I'm Mark from PET.
That's good. So, as you can see, we've got a few scooters because I'm already a user of 08, but I was curious to try all the other ones as well. So, here we are going to have a little explanation of them.
Well, I'm sure every one of you is probably familiar with the ubiquitous Xiaomi M365, which probably outsells pretty much everything by a factor of 2 to 1, mainly because it's a nice price. It's $395 with a full 2-year warranty, I think. So lots of people into this. It does have its drawbacks. Many of you out there are obviously aware that it gets punches, which is annoying, perfectly dealable with, but it's very hard to do yourself, so you have to come to us to fix them, which can be annoying for sure.
How many miles does it go with the battery, fully charged?
Range, I would suspect you'll get something like 12 to 15 miles out of it, depending on how heavy you are, how much you're stopping and starting. Range is always a bit of a curious subject with these things because there are lots of variables, mainly wind, incline, how much load, like how heavy you are, how big you are. If you're like a massive sailplane, it's obviously going to slow you down.
Yeah.
So, but you know, I think comfortably 12 miles.
It has only one brake?
There's one brake, but it does have a mild regen function on the front wheels as well, which you can set up. So there's an app, which is quite nice, and you can tell it that when you take your finger off the throttle, your thumb off the throttle, it's going to apply some engine braking, so motor braking, which effectively puts the motor into reverse and puts the charge back into the battery. So, you know, usefully efficient.
Not bad.
It's not bad. It does have a weak spot here. The latch mechanism isn't great. It constantly requires adjusting and can start rattling, which is also rather annoying.
And does it have any shocks?
No suspension. So lots of people swap the air tyres onto solids, and then you kind of rattle around a bit because they're solid tyres and there's no suspension. So look, I mean, if I was using something every day, this wouldn't be for me. I'd spend the extra money and get something a little bit more biddable.
All right.
If you're buzzing around the park every weekend, great for that.
Let's see the other ones then.
Okay. So we've got a lot of zero stuff here. Obviously, PET represents zero in the UK. We go up from 8, 9, 10, and then the extreme stuff at the end there. The 8 is a nice knockabout dry weather leisure scooter. It's got 500 watts on the back. It's got like a solid on the back. It's agile, it's quick, it's fun. I wouldn't ride it in the wet. Like one brake on a solid tyre in the wet ain't great, but in the dry, it's lots of fun and very usable. And people swear by these; they're very reliable.
And I see that it has got shocks here.
Yeah, it's two basically air shocks with springs in them. So
All right, that's good.
So suspension. I mean, which kind of compensates for the solid on the back. I mean, it's still. You feel surface irregularities, but like it can deal with bumps. It's got like suspension in the front, air and spring.
Yeah.
Okay. These two twins, 09 and 010.
Yes.
Okay. Very similar kick scooters. The 09 has a smaller battery, 48 volt system, 13 amp hour. It's got 600 watts on the back. It's a 25 mile an hour kick scooter. You'll get a good 20 miles out of it.
That's very good.
Not at full speed. All of the range figures are 25 kilometers an hour. So obviously you go faster, the range comes down a bit.
All right.
Okay. But I use this one, I drive relatively quickly and I'm getting a solid 17 out of it, 17 miles.
Wow, that's very good.
So, and that's up to speeds of 25 miles an hour. Not that I would advocate doing that on the road, which I don't.
Yeah.
Okay. This obviously, as you can see, has a bigger deck, very comfortable, runs on 10-inch air-filled tyres, not 8-inch like the
much
09.
bigger.
Okay, yeah, it's a bigger scooter. It's a trade-off here, so you're basically trading a bit more range, battery capacity and performance for an extra maybe 6-7 kg on the weight.
Yeah.
So if you like the flexibility of being able to sort of like jump on the tube or something, probably the 9's for you. If you're going point to point, the 10.
Good.
It's a 30 mile an hour kick scooter and you can get up to 30 miles of range on it.
And they both have integrated lights.
Oh yeah. So yeah, I shall show you. And the lights look like this.
Oh wow. Look at that.
You've got brake lights as well, which function
Nice.
on all this stuff. Even the 8 has brake lights that function.
Pretty cool.
Okay. Yeah. The 10's great. I mean, it's probably. I mean, these are street scooters, so they're designed for on road.
Yeah.
You know.
And they have disc brakes.
Yeah. Drum brake on the back of the 9. Disc brakes all around on the 10.
So the 9 has got the disc in the front
Yep.
and the drum in the back,
Yep.
and the 10 has got disc
Discs all around.
all around. Good. Cool.
Okay.
How much is the price? What's the price of this?
Okay, so it's, starting with the 08, comes in 2 flavors of battery. We've just got the larger one at the moment, which starts at 695. The smaller battery is 595.
Okay.
Okay. Coming up to the 9, this is 995.
Yeah.
Okay, only 1 flavor of battery. The 10 is 1295.
All right.
Okay, so it's stepping up a couple of hundred
Yeah.
quid at a time.
And then we have the extreme versions.
Okay, so different types of kick scooter. So you sacrifice flexibility and portability. So both of these kick scooters are pushing about this is 33 kg, this is 35 kg.
Wow.
So the weight is extra suspension hardware. They're running kind of like lever arm suspension, as you can see. So originally these scooters were designed for all-terrain.
Yeah.
So you've got dual drive. So this particular one, the 8X, is new and it's got 800 watt per wheel. You can switch between single and dual drive.
Yes.
In dual, I mean, it's got a lot of torque, a lot of pickup. You kind of need to brace yourself. Hence the kind of like the rear kick plates on the back of the deck, so you can basically brace your riding position.
All right.
And you need to do that, otherwise you just fling yourself off the back. Lots of fun, not particularly practical. You can ride them on the street, people do. I mean, obviously not in the UK right now, but people around Europe do. These are both running on keys. So you've got like a voltmeter that shows the volts in the battery. Which is the, to be honest, rather than using the battery gauge, that's a surefire way of knowing what exactly you've got in the battery. So very useful.
Let's see also the controls.
So you've got 3 speed modes. Gear 1 is probably about 25 kilometers. Gear 2, 40 kilometers an hour. Gear 3, all the beans. So, this one up to 55 kilometers an hour. Yeah, it's a fast kick scooter, for sure.
And the lights. Gets fancy here.
Yeah, it's the latest Zero out there. There are some very nice refinements. I mean, you've got like this, which I especially like.
Ooh.
This is kind of clever. I mean, other than that, it's just an evolution of what Zero have been doing for a while now.
Interesting.
It is. Yeah.
And then we have the biggest of all of them.
010X. So obviously this has a bit of a rep because, it's a lot of performance for, this particular version is the 18 amp hour and it runs for 1395. And that's, a lot of poke for 1395 quid. You've got 1,000 watt on each wheel, lots and lots of torque. Designed to kind of for tracks and forest paths.
Very big and wide handlebar.
It's a big kick scooter. I mean, riding this on the street is a commitment, I'd say. Some people on the continent do. It's a lot of fun. The more expensive one's got a 24 amp hour LG battery, which runs at £1,595. They pretty much sell out as soon as they hit the deck here.
And what's the range of that?
The range of the extreme stuff is very, very difficult to quantify because a lot depends on how you use it. So, ostensibly, if you ride it like your grandma at 15 miles an hour, you don't stop or start, you don't go up hills, and you stick it in eco on single drive, you could get 80 kilometers, 100 kilometers out of it.
Wow.
But no one does. As soon as you stick it in dual, put it in gear 3 and start sort of like lolloping up the street like your pants are on fire, you get a hell of a lot less. But people are still getting, you know, a good like 25, 30 miles out of it, even if they're kind of like using a poke. So the range is pretty good.
That's quite a lot.
Yeah,
Cool.
absolutely.
Okay, so we've seen all the models, and now I think we should try them a bit and see what's the actual difference in speed, acceleration, so you can get an idea of what you need. Shall we go and try?
Roberto, you fancy doing the riding, or do you want me to do the
Okay.
Which one's
riding? It's like, you know, the crazy scooter astronaut Roberto can sort of like, you know, do some tricks on some of this stuff, but
Okay, let's go and compare them then. Guys, we have on the right the M365, on the left the 08. Let's see how they perform. 3, 2, 1, go! So we have on the right the 08 and on the left the 010. 3, 2, 1, go! Now we are going to have the 010 on the right and the 08X on the left. 3, 2, 1, go! Now for the final round we're going to have the M365 on the right and the 010X on the left. 3, 2, 1, go!
that's just not fair.